Unfortunately, what you're about to hear is real. The members of this radio program are simply not that bright, or what some people would call educated. They are merely stupid. They're not trying to offend anyone on purpose. And all have played doctors on TV. You have been warned and are cordially invited to join the party. This is the men's room.
Forget it, man, and get with the countdown. Get with the countdown. Shake this square world and blast off for Kicksville. The trippers, the grasshoppers, the hip ones, all gathered in secrecy and flying high as a kite.
This is the men's room with Miles and Thrill. You know what they say, shake your radio more than 3 times, and you're playing with it. You're listening to the men's room.
And there we go. Welcome to show number 2,800. Along with Steve the Thrill Hill, the Ted Smith, Robin Fox, and Mike Hawk. And you are in the men's room. On tap today from Alice in Chains, drummer Sean Kitty joins us in studio. Yay! Your guess is as good as mine is back. Plus, Ask the Men's Room. Get ready to play Profile This. Plus, headlines, the Men's Room shot of the day, fumbled listener emails, everyone's favorite TV time of 10.
Click, clack.
All right, here we go. Toronto police looking for person who stole $17,000 Yoko Ono rock. Meanwhile, the Russian mail service tests a delivery drone that doesn't make it a half a block. Florida woman shocked as wind blows a bag of Coke in her purse. Mom sends son to school in T-shirt that teacher says is the McWorst. And 7 tons of pulled beef has to be recalled. Pulled beef. That's all coming on today's very special episode of The Men's Room.
And now, here's the question.
Hola, bitches. Good day to you and yours. All right, I think we all agree you don't have to be a country music fan to be happy to have Blake Shelton's autograph, right? He's just one of those guys going, hell yeah, man. And a first grader in Oklahoma, she was, quote, very excited when she got his autograph, but the girl's mother was not. Why? Well, because his autograph was written 36 years ago in a textbook that her school is still using. See, this girl was handed the textbook. She opens it up to see what other students had signed it, and sure enough, there it is, Blake Shelton, 1982. Now, schools across the country, we know this, struggling with all types of issues right now. So thank goodness for the high school in Florida that has few enough of these problems that they're worried about your nipples. Seriously, a student there was sent home because she was braless, and they feared that her nipples might become a distraction. And her nipples were a distraction, but to be fair, only to the staff that work there. Not one student complained. Only the staff. The staff's the one that made it an issue. No one else brought it up, so they're right. By the way, I would pull my kid out of that school immediately. Your teachers are a little creepy. Now, on the other hand, the mother of a Texas elementary school student, now she's apologizing after her son was sent home for wearing an inappropriate shirt. Now, the mother thought the kid was just wearing a McDonald's shirt because, after all, when you look at this shirt, it's an image of the Golden Arches, and under it, it says, "I'm loving it," which we all know to be a McDonald's slogan. But when you look at it just a little bit longer, you realize that the two sides of the M are wearing heels and that it's not the letter M. Basically, it's the ass view of a woman with her legs spread. So now when you add "I'm loving it" under it, everything changes. And look, the mother admits, hey, man, I didn't look at it close enough. Sorry. So sorry.
Too early?
Yeah. Hey. Yeah. So these are some of the stories that we saw, and let us to many questions we'd like to ask you in the form of our random question. Here's how it works. You call us, we ask you a question at complete random, and after you share your story, we'll share with you the news story that inspired said question.
Be part of the Big Show on a random question. Call 844-999-OLA. You can like The Men's Room on Facebook, follow us on Twitter at Men's Room Live, and send those emails to themensroom@mensroomlive.com. You are listening to the Men's Room Radio Network.
Welcome back to the Men's Room with Miles and Thrill.
All the shows, and away we go. Welcome to show number 2,800. What a large and short program we have for you today from the legendary band known as Alice in Chains. Drummer Sean Kinney joins us. We haven't seen Sean. Yeah, I call him Allison. Sean Kinney coming up on the program. We haven't talked to him as we were talking in the studio probably since 1992 when the Dirt album came out. So it's been a long time.
Well, the last time. Sean. He's a weird dude, though, and I mean this in the sense of we have talked to him, but not in any official capacity. I was at a Faith No More show, all right? So it's not like there's millions of people there. Average crowd. I'm standing there, and this guy taps me on the shoulder and says something to the effect of, because he never says anything real nice up front.
No.
Like, hey, man, get out of the way. So naturally, I turn around with attitude, and I'm like, oh, hey, dude, what's going on?
We're going to find out what Allison Shanes is up to. I know they are on the road doing a lot of shows this summer, and I don't know if they're working on a new one or not. We'll find out. Sean's coming in, and we're going to chat with him. Your guess is as good as mine, maybe including, said Sean Kinney. Ask the Men's Room is back, and, of course, we will drink a toast with a shot of the day. And today is a day we do our random question. 844-999. Hola.
Hello, Jared. Welcome to the Men's Room.
Hola.
Hola. How you doing, Jared?
Jared.
Oh, not too bad. How are you?
Doing great. Jared, let's go festival.
Okay.
Random question for you. What festival have you attended? What has been so far as your favorite festival you've ever been to? This could be a music festival.
So it's a festival, essentially, we agree, just a large outdoor gathering.
Yeah, this could be a Renaissance festival. It could be a con, in my mind. It could be like a big auto show. It's kind of like a festival of whatever you're
So
into.
convention or festival?
Yeah, one of those things. You could go to the NAB. You could go to a guitar festival, whatever. You can go see.
Okay. Sure, I got you. All right. I'd say as an adult, just real quick, the SEMA show in Vegas, for sure.
The who show?
SEMA. It's a motorsports super show in Las Vegas.
Okay, this might shock you. I know nothing about it. So what motorsports are they doing?
Everything to do with like performance automotive stuff, amazing cars, trucks, the best builders in the country.
So now I have to ask, what kind of car do you drive? Because if this is something that appeals to you, I imagine they have vehicles that you would love to own.
Oh, God. Yeah, and then some. I mean, if I had like Leno money, I'd make his garage look small.
I was gonna say, this is not like the new 2018 Dodge Charger. This is something that has been taken and just absolutely redone?
There are some performance cars that are, in their stock shape are amazing. But I'm more into like performance off-road, suspension, lifted vehicles, performance function-based off-road stuff.
Do you do any of that stuff yourself? Like in your
I do it a lot. I was doing it all weekend up in the Cascades.
And what do you have? I hate to be dumb. Do you have a Jeep? Do you have a dune buggy? What kind of?
We don't know. Does anyone call them dune buggies?
I don't know.
Or do you stop saying that as a kid?
Because I really like the shiny glitter paint.
Because I feel like when I was done being a kid, I never heard the term dune buggy, but I would still see things that look like a dune buggy to me. But as an adult, I don't want to say that out loud.
Okay, so I have a highly modified full-size SUV, Chevy Tahoe 4-wheel drive V8, but it's been lifted. It has gears, lockers, and then a lot of bolt-on modifications, and it's not anything like it was when you bought it off the dealership.
Is it still street legal? Can you drive it to where you need to go, obviously, or do you have to pull it by trail?
I could drive this vehicle anywhere around the world. If I had to pick one vehicle to drive around the world, the gas wouldn't be cheap.
I was going to say, how many miles does it get to the gallon, would you say? 10, 13?
If I'm conservative, like 11, maybe.
Oh, so about the same as my Nissan Xterra. I'm serious. I bought one of those, and
but his car is cool.
Yeah, no.
There's the different
people love the Xterra.
That's all they read about it.
I've seen some pretty sick Xterras that have been really modified and tricked out, and those things are sweet.
That's what I did. Right. That's right. I put a big bass in the back. That way I'm thumping through the woods.
Yeah,
deer just looking at me like, I know that tune. The reason we asked, and Ted, you're a festival fan.
I am.
You go to at least one festival every year, for sure.
Yeah. I mean, obviously, the best one, even though technically, I don't know if it's a festival, arts and music, I don't know. It's not a music festival, but Burning Man, obviously.
And is Burning Man something you're going to go back to?
Yes, 1 year.
Okay. So it's just a matter of you can only do that 1 year, and then you need to take a break for a little bit.
Well, you could do it, a lot of people do it every year, but that's going to be your whole vacation. It's all the extra money. It's all the extra time.
All right. Sure.
It's all your vacation time.
By the way, the SEMA thing that he brought up, the Specialty Equipment Manufacturer Association, right? So we were unfamiliar with this, and then the comments come in, and first someone says SEMA, S-E-M-A. It stands for Specialty Equipment Manufacturing Association, followed by, you've never heard of SEMA, followed by, it's SEMA, dip S. Listen, man.
Wonder if they can modify my Zuma 125.
We didn't know, all right? We asked because we didn't know.
Yeah.
You know, people say there's no stupid questions. We just proved that wrong.
You know, like, look, man, if I'm in Vegas and that's going on and I get a ticket, I'll go check out all that crap. It just wouldn't be something I'd know about to fly there.
Well, it says you can be at SEMA for a week straight and still not have enough time to look at every car. SEMA is an aftermarket auto parts show where people show off what they've done to cars and try to entice you to buy some of their products.
That's all right. I like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
I still think, too, speaking of festivals and stuff, I still say tailgating is like a festival every weekend.
It is. I mean, it really is.
Like,
Because
right,
a bunch of strangers come together, right? And basically, you just throw down and have a giant outdoor party.
Right, you share, like, you get your space, you set up your grill and beers, and then maybe you trade some beers for whiskey.
Sure. Yeah, it should be.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Right. No, absolutely.
Not a personal experience.
Yeah. Let's see here. There is, believe it or not, going on right now, there is a penis festival going on in Japan. A festival dedicated to penises.
That's great.
Is
That's
currently
the
taking place
location.
in Kawasaki right now.
Is that the place to do a penis festival?
Look at all the people.
No,
They're having a great time. Tens
based
of thousands.
on stereotypes alone, you're throwing a penis. Wouldn't you do it in, like, Uganda? Like, hey, man, if you like penis so much that you're going to go to a festival that's about penis, I'm going to put it in a place that most people probably picture being the penis promised land. And I'm saying that's like Zimbabwe, Uganda, even your made up, what is it, Algania?
That is not made up. It's one of the finest countries in the. Did you not see that?
It could be Wakanda.
Top 10 as far as medical coverage.
I mean, Black Panther. By the way,
tens of thousands.
Black, that's not his superhero name. That's actually his penis's nickname.
Oh, Black Panther.
Yeah.
Oh, I got it.
It's not
Black
about
Panther.
him. Yeah.
Tens of thousands flock to Shinto Kanorama Matsuri each year, and the reason that just came off my tongue so easily is because I want to go to this. As the giant phalluses, some as big as fully grown men, parade through the streets in tribute to the penis. Also known as the Festival of the Steel Phallus or the Willy Festival, the annual celebration is held on the first Sunday of April and lasts throughout the month. Now, look at this. Look at that. See, a woman kisses a phallus-shaped lollipop.
I like her.
Yeah, penis-shaped floats are held aloft during the street parades while both the young and old enjoy the phallus-themed candy, chocolate, and lollipops and pose with penis-shaped sculptures. The festival celebrates fertility and also raises awareness and money for safe sex practices and funds for HIV charities. It focuses around a penis-shaped shrine that prostitutes used to pray under to ask for protection against STDs. That's
use a condom.
It's an old statue that's been around for a long time.
Let's say less prayer, more condom.
The huge iron dildo that sits in the shrine is also a big part of the festival. Legend has it that in the Edo period, between 1603 and 1868, a sharp-toothed demon who lived inside a woman's vagina castrated several men on their wedding nights, which is kind of a lure, a legend, so to speak.
You wonder who the woman is that inspired that.
Yeah.
Sheila's vagina has teeth.
But then a quick-thinking local blacksmith came to the rescue and forged this massive iron dildo that you see right here to break the demon's teeth. This thing is from the 1800s. This thing has been... This is not a joke.
He built this
is
large
not a joke.
iron penis. Yeah. The idea being the demon that lives inside of this woman's vagina will break his teeth on it, and men will be sick.
This has been going on for hundreds and hundreds of years.
I mean, this is not a joke. It's kind of ironic,
not at
but
all.
they have large wooden ones, too.
Oh, they got all of it.
Yeah. Like it's made out of wood.
That's right. It's a bad idea.
It's all things penis.
Random.
Hello, Chris. Welcome to the men's room.
Hello.
Hola. How are you, Chris?
Hello. Hey, not much. Lunch.
Okay. All right, Chris, let's see here. Get you a random question. Get you set up with a good one. I don't want to give you a crappy one.
Why not? We don't know this guy. You know? I mean, he could be some guy that we just don't like.
Yeah, that's true. Okay. What was a place that you masturbated that wasn't at your home? Let's just stick with the penis.
That's a good question. I don't do that.
Hey, man, it's not that people, well, some people do that. Those people go to jail. But we've all been in that situation where, for whatever reason, in that moment, we needed to do this for fear that we will go blind. It's like when you
say one time on an airplane, you just had to do it.
Correct.
Yeah.
I'd been on a trip for like 4 or 5 days, sharing rooms, and then had some time. Was flying back from Louisiana.
Had some time.
Yeah. Plane, in a car.
In a car? Were you driving?
Yeah.
Okay. Was anyone else in a car?
Wasn't the billboards
No.
you said that were...
yeah.
It was like
the strippers down in the South.
There was a billboard for
billboards.
strip clubs, and then you're just like, man, I can't take it anymore.
One time when I was like 15 in a mall.
We're in a mall.
In a mall bathroom.
Oh,
I thought you were like hiding behind a plane. Like staring at Panda Express or something.
Hey, don't go into...
It wasn't that far from the from the food court.
I smell the orange chicken.
Yeah, exactly. What
In the
is-
steam room
in a steam room?
at the gym.
What, is this you or him?
I'm not going to say.
Oh, he ran away and wouldn't answer, but you did.
Now wait. Did you already know the answer to this question?
No.
Now you do. Are you his girlfriend or his wife?
I'm his wife.
Did he
right.
say how recently he did this in the steam room?
What if it wasn't him?
What about
That
you?
wasn't me.
All right, so it was you.
I plead the fifth.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
Was this a unisex steam room or a gals only steam room? I'm hoping
Unisex.
it was.
Was there anyone else in there?
No.
And I
Not that
mean,
we can see.
Yeah, it's pretty steamy in there, probably.
what was it? Was it the steam? Was it just your frame of mind? Like, what happened that in that moment? You're like, I need to scratch the turntable, so to speak.
Just thinking about him.
Okay.
That is the right answer. I like it.
You're not gonna believe why we asked you the strange place that you masturbated that wasn't at home. According to the story, things got too hot in the steam room of one Manhattan gym, according to a new lawsuit.
Oh, my God.
After not one, not two, but three men fixed their gazes upon an unwitting visitor, dropping their towels and started pleasuring themselves. Quote, I'm relaxing. I'm sitting in the corner. It's very meditative, the alleged victim said to the initial
Do you hear that in the steam?
the initial session there at the Equinox Gym on Broadway. The steam clears. I look across from me. This gentleman sitting pretty close. He's got his towel open. His legs are spread, and he's looking right at me, and the guy next to him was rubbing the man's inner thigh, the victim told the Post. He's looking right at me, his towel's off, and he's masturbating. The out-of-place gym-goer really began to sweat when he realized a third man in the tiny space was also staring at him, and yes, if you're wondering, this guy must be pretty good-looking. A third man was masturbating. I thought,
Sorry.
no escape. I'm going to be sexually assaulted before running out of the steam room. The freaked-out man told the front desk, but nobody took any action. The man identified only as GB in court papers alleges. Equinox, they say, quote, had known
George's
for as much
boy.
as 10 years prior that similar wrongful acts were occurring in those steam showers. It's a problem, and it's something that every gym in New York City, not just Equinox, has an issue with, according to the manager. The incident left the straight single dad shaken. The gym thoroughly investigates complaints and did exactly that in this case. The spokesperson said, adding, we maintain a zero-tolerance policy for any appropriate behavior in our clubs. But the gym allegedly refused to revoke the offender's membership, according to the lawsuit.
Wouldn't you say something?
What do you mean?
If I saw a guy doing that in the steam room, I think I'd be like, hey, man.
Yeah, but keep in mind, so you're about to go, hey, man, and then realize there's two of them. So then maybe you go, hey, fellas. And then when you turn around, now there's a third one. I think at that point, like, I'm going to leave.
It's kind of like you're
'cause
being
this
surrounded
is-
by sharks.
Right, or like wolves are showing up like, oh, wow. I mean, like, this is just what you guys do. But to be fair, I would feel very good about myself, however. To that regard, Ted, as far as places you masturbated, someone says you forgot about the balcony on your knees.
Yep.
Yeah, that's a good one. And then someone, the
my
jury room when I was a night shift worker in the strangest place that I've
Jury room.
went into. See, man, this is why people don't want to do jury duty. You going like,
I think it's a little deeper than that.
I'm going to use that term, though. What are you doing? Deliberating.
Digesting.
hello, Anna. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola.
Hola.
Hello, Anna.
How's it going?
We're doing great. How are you?
Pretty fantastic. Interesting little tidbit of information. If I remember my folklore correctly, the gal with the demon badge was violently assaulted and made a deal with the demon so she could get revenge.
Yeah, we missed that part, man.
Okay. All right.
You know what? You're right. That sounds kind of familiar.
Wouldn't you, though, like, just want to do it more like Die Hard or maybe say Kippy-I-A and shoot him? Not so much, all right, devil, put teeth in my vagina, and I'm going to bite off every penis I see.
So you're aware of this whole legend?
Yes.
Okay. All right.
I love folklore. It's interesting to me.
Well, that was real.
That one, yeah.
That's the only
Scientific fact.
Yeah, exactly. Teeth in there. All right, so let's go with this one. And please don't take this the wrong way. This could all, you know what, man, we could consider this an inappropriate question because I think it's inappropriate.
It's the
We have a couple of these today, but this didn't count.
inappropriate question.
And this is because of a survey, so please don't take offense to this question because it's honest to God a question. How many times do you wear your underwear before you wash them?
Honestly, I change it at the end of every day.
All right, thank
Otherwise,
you. That
it's
was the
just
answer
nasty.
we were looking for.
Well,
that was actually the answer we were looking for.
So one pair a day, though, right?
Yes.
Okay, all right.
I have a question.
I think that's fair.
I do
right?
too.
If you let's say you got up and you're going to work out in the morning.
Okay.
Is it okay to use the pair from the night before? Because I haven't showered or nothing
I would
yet,
say, yeah,
and I'm going to get sweaty.
Like,
It just feels like a waste of two
You
pairs.
haven't been in public yet.
And that's the thing. Like,
I mean, that sounds reasonable.
Sure.
it's still kind of gross to put them on because, like, look, at any given, I can tell you right now what's happening from my waist down, but I will not. But I'm going to tell you right now, like, you know what's going on in your world. You know what I mean? So it's not like you want to put the underwear on, but you're right. Like, I'm not wasting another pair of underwear if I'm just going to sweat them out.
No, I agree.
Yeah.
By the way, we one time we had a big, there was a massive snowstorm, and like anything, the city shuts down, but radio does not. All right, so I ended up stranded in a hotel for 4 days so I can get to work. But I was not prepared for this, so I have the one pair of underwear, and it was amazing. I said, "Well, hey man, what do you do?" Everyone told me, so you wear your underwear first. The next day, if you have to do a full day, which we did, wear them backwards. All right. So now you're D. But wait, then on day 3.
You turn them inside out. Put them back.
Inside out,
Yeah.
right. So you get 4 wear. And I did that, and I will tell you, on day 5, those underwear got thrown away.
New survey asked people, believe it or not, how many times do you wear a pair of underwear before you wash them? And you think that everyone said, once, dummy. That did not happen at all. Apparently, 31% of men and 10% of women wear their underwear 2 times or more before they wash them. And 3% turn their underwear inside out before they wear them a second time. I don't know if that's good or bad. And there's more. 26% of women wear a bra at least 5 times before they wash it. That makes sense. And
Just get boob
6%
sweat.
wear it at least 10. And 31% of people wear their gym clothes at least 3 times. 3 times.
Really?
Before they wash them. If you're wondering what the smell is emanating from a locker at your gym, that's probably them. Random question, 844-999. Ola, more your calls coming up. You are listening to the Men's Room Radio Network.
This is the Men's Room with Miles and Thrill.
Coming up from Alice in Chains, drummer Sean Kinney in studio joining us right before we'll drink a toast with the shot of the day. In the meantime, it is our random question. 844-999-OLA.
Random.
Hello, Joshua. Welcome to the Men's Room.
Hola, bitches.
Oh, let's see, Josh. Okay. All right, this seems like something that you could answer.
Are you sure?
Why were you sent home from school?
Yeah.
Well, back in like the 5th grade, I used to be friends with like this little like two-faced conniving guy, and he would always like try and get me in trouble or always try and get me to start fights. So like he was jealous of like the friendship I had with another kid. So I was like tired of that kid. So I read him a note during class. And I was like, if I follow this kid home, I'm gonna shoot him with my BB gun. I had the cops had to talk to me by principal. I got sent home from school for like a week. It was not fun.
Did you shoot him with a BB gun?
I did not.
Okay.
I did not.
How old are you now?
23.
Okay. All right. That explains a lot. Just, I mean, no, man, in Baltimore City, you'd be like, hey, man, Eddie's going to shoot you, and he brought his gun to school. It's in his locker. And even if you told the teacher, they're like, well, nothing we can do. I mean, they weren't going to say,
Eddie's got a gun like Annie.
Right. Like, what are you going to do, man?
Yeah. The reason we
They
asked
did like a whole psychological profile on me of like cops, and a psychiatrist asked me if I like Hitler or Genghis Khan and all that.
Oh my God! They asked you if you like Hitler.
Genghis Khan.
The correlation between you
Yeah.
shooting someone with a BB gun and liking Hitler. I see that one. My God.
Yep,
They
totally.
should probably go back and restudy what Hitler was about.
Who's more nuts? The person who came up with those questions or you? You know? I mean, my God.
I mean, I just think there's a difference, man. And I get it. But
How do you correlate that?
a BB gun. Do you like Hitler? It's a BB
Right,
gun.
yeah.
Man, it's a BB gun, and they sell them, and when you buy them, I've never thought to myself, man, I hope people don't think I'm a secret Nazi because I'm buying
a BB gun. Reason we asked, why were you sent home from school? A Texas mom is apologizing for not monitoring her son's clothing close enough. Shelley McCooler sent her son Anthony to school at Travis Elementary in what she thought was a McDonald's logo T-shirt. But the mom was in for a surprise when Anthony got home and she took a closer look at what he was wearing. An X-rated McDonald's parody featuring a pair of parted women's legs wearing heels with the tagline, "I'm loving it." I promise from now on, she says, to monitor what my kids are wearing. I had no idea Anthony wore this to school. Now, believe it or not,
How did he get the shirt?
I think like she bought it for him, but even like Miles showed me the picture earlier today and said, you got to see this. This kid was sent home for the shirt. So understand, I scrutinized the shirt extra because Miles said he was sent home for it. But when I first glanced at the screen, it's a red T-shirt.
Oh, I've seen it.
Right. Yeah, and I looked at him like he's wearing a McDonald's. Gee.
Oh yeah. My kid was told to change. She was wearing a men's room original red T-shirt.
All right.
At school, one of those blue ones, and you're not allowed to wear a beer logo to a high school.
Yeah.
And she never thought twice about it.
Did you give her the men's room Marlboro red shirt?
No, unfortunately, I did
our
not.
latest cigarette brand.
Exactly. I was like, yeah, you know what, man? I never really thought about that, but that makes absolute sense.
It makes sense.
Like,
Again, right. It's harmless enough, but I get it. Whatever. As far as the McDonald's shirt goes, it says McDonald's T-shirt. The mother's trying to capitalize on the picture of her son. She's now charging people an image copyright. If you're going to cover this story and take a picture of her kid, then she wants to get paid. That's why most of the stories you see now, they just show the logo. Like, someone else says, I have that shirt, and it's amazing.
Here's another one for you. A Bradenton student, I guess we'll go to Florida, said she was asked to cover her nipples with bandages this week after they became a distraction for other students at Braden River High School.
Cover your nipples.
Lizzie Martinez decided not to wear a bra under her gray long-sleeve shirt, and school officials felt she became a target of her classmates' stares. But Martinez says the humiliation began when school dean Violeta Vasquez called her into the office. Martinez felt like she was being bullied by fellow students, but Vasquez said there was a distraction that needed to be addressed. She told me that I needed to put a shirt on under my long-sleeve shirt to try to tighten my breasts, to restrict them. And then she asked me to move around. Apparently, the second shirt was not enough, Martinez says, because she was then sent to the nurse's office, and the nurse handed Martinez 4 bandages, 2 to cover each nipple.
Now 3 to cover the one for the other.
Oh, my God. Yeah.
I mean, it's poor girl, man. Just good God almighty. And I get where the school is coming from in the one sense, but on the other hand, like, look, man, first of all, it's Florida, so these kids see TNA all the time, whether you want to accept that or not, but where that is in Florida.
Oh, my God.
If they leave their home, if they walk outside, you see a whole lot of stuff all the time.
I showed you guys.
And frankly, if she doesn't care, if she does not feel victimized, like, stop making people a victim if she doesn't feel victimized.
Okay, I saw my daughter, when she went to her prom, she was dressed in a dress that I have never seen anybody wear before in my life, as far as how short it was, as far as how cropped it was. And I'm not kidding you.
Now, are you saying that, or is it because it's your daughter and seems short?
Well, you know, man, I feel like they get off my lawn guy. But I look at the whole picture of this whole group of girls, and they really are wearing very provocative clothing, and I'm like, I feel like just an idiot. And then Ted, you're like, no, that's what they're all doing.
Right, they all do it.
Right.
The problem is you parents always ask people like me, like, I don't want to answer this question.
Yes, exactly.
They're all wearing short skirts.
But we're biased now. We can't help it.
Which puts me in an awkward spot.
No, just say like, yes, it's too short.
Hola! The shenanigans continue on the Men's Room Radio Network.